Well, we are done. Addie Bear came with me because the fireworks are about to start. Happy 4th of July, everybody. You know, in this industry, we do not celebrate a lot of stuff. We try our best to get Christmas in and Thanksgiving, and obviously being a Canadian, July 1st would have been our July 4th. I wasn't in Canada on July 1st, but I'm obviously in the United States on July the 4th. Now, Addie's just old enough. When she was younger, the fireworks scared her a little bit, but she is old enough now. She's excited about watching the fireworks. I was thinking Pittsburgh, and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be a zoo trying to get down there, and there's going to be a gazillion people. Is there somewhere close by? And Dave Pallone said, you know, the fireworks here in Canonsburg are pretty good. All right, cool. He said, if you go to Canonsburg High School, it overlooks where the fireworks are going off. I think that's a real good vantage point. Another thank you. So Addie Bear and I are on our way to Canonsburg High School right now to watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. It should be a lot of fun. We had our own fireworks today. Now, wasn't a busy day for me at the barn. We had a couple of train. Jason went with them, Jason Merriman. Megan's Lucky Day train in 2-2 last half in 59 on Lasix. I had reported to you last week that she is the third horse that we have entered into the Lasix program for the summer. And my take on it is simple. I'm sure we can help and patch everything together, but in the raw heat of the summer, like nights like tonight, and with allergies the way they are, and you know, running rampant right now all over for everybody, horses and humans, it's very difficult to keep the horses good the whole time, right? So what's the best way moving forward? We just opted for Lasix. So we have 3 horses on Lasix now. We have Blue Rare, who's on Lasix. We have Millie Girl racing tomorrow. She'll make her first lifetime start. She is on Lasix. And Megan's Lucky Day is on Lasix. Jason said she trained very well. Now, a lot of people asking me, Anthony, how did Solidarity train today? My apologies. He didn't train today. He's training tomorrow. He didn't arrive at the Meadows until today. I just spoke to Tim and said last trip around 9:15. I'm going to leave the house around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to leave around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Amy and I and the kids head to the Meadows, and I'm going to train Solidarity last trip, speak to the veterinarian, see what's what with Solidarity. I'll report back to you. And then I actually have a haircut tomorrow morning here.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, since I knew I was coming here early. I'm going to get my haircut, and then one of the biggest days on our calendar begins, right? We have 3 Stallion Series events tomorrow for our pacing fillies. Millie Girl, My Name is Swaney, and Sweet Lake will all race tomorrow, and then I bust out of here and I head towards Scioto Downs for race 4. We have Diosa Della Danza, Highest Honors, Tomboy Strong, and Uncle Danny racing tomorrow. So and other horses racing tomorrow. We have a whole sheet of them racing tomorrow. Save America, Sweet Lake, My Name is Swaney. Leland Hanover makes his first lifetime start tomorrow. Millie Girl, I have to leave, so I can't go with Patrick the Piranha or Tenacious Hanover. Both, unfortunately, drew the outside and are probably going to be raced kind of conservative tomorrow, hopefully. Rock Shining Star races tomorrow at Mohawk. That will really decide if he stays north of the border very much longer or not. Gymboree is our lone starter at Northfield Park. And then Diosa Della Danza, do not forget, time is on my side, racing tomorrow in the graduate final. And then we finish off the night with 2 of our headliners. Oh, there's fireworks right there, Addie.
Well,
There's some right over there, but I don't think they're the big ones. And either way, we're there in 4 minutes, it says. 4 minutes. So turn that off and look at the window for fireworks. You're going to see them. Tomboy Strong and Uncle Danny. Now let's get to today. You know, we talk about the grassroots and the Buckeye, and we're getting off here. The grassroots and the Buckeye and how difficult they can be for everybody. And when it comes to the Buckeye events here in Ohio, there's no gimmies. Gorgeous package. Lost her cover early. I would have loved to see that cover drag her up into the race, but lost her cover early and ended up 3 wide in the last turn. Paces 51-2, 28 in the end of it for a paltry 4th. Raced great, did her work very, very well. Really, really proud of what she did tonight, but ended up with a 4th. No, honey, I'll tell you when we're here. Next, it looks like money. You know, he's just not a 3/8 of a mile sprinter. I could see what was taking place coming off the car. No Nap Nash has been fantastic, and then I knew Dave was going to continue on. I wasn't stepping into that bear trap. I just backed him up and left him come hard down the backstretch, much like I did later on in the card with another one of our trotters. Thought for a second I had them collared, but fizzled out a little bit. 52 and 2, 52 and 3, 4, something like that. 28 on the end of it. That's a big mile for looks like money. He raced good, and again, the Open should fill the next couple of weeks with some of the other horses racing good in the card and moving up, so we should be safe in that regard. Foxy Seaside, our lone, I would say, bad starter of the day. She ended up with flipping her pallet and shutting her air off. Frustrating situation, but you know what? She can fit right in where Gorgeous Package raced the other day. I know it's frustrating when the horses do that, but for her, it's always been, you know, she's always been extremely hot and fractious. She is better this year and will be a better horse as the year goes on, but we have to do our best to try and avoid situations like today where she shuts her air off. There was no two ways about it. That's exactly what took place with her. Jason was certain of that after the race. So work on her palate, work on her headgear, and we'll race her in a little softer spot her next start. The star of the day was the first Lifetime starter. Now, I knew that Supermind was a nice horse. I've talked to you and talked to you and talked to you about how good he was, how much I thought of the horse, but even I didn't know he was capable of running off like that. I'm glad. I felt bad for Mike. You know, he was mad after the race. He should be. You don't end up parked, you know, with a good trotter and her, you know, running the horse his first start. I put him in a tough spot, but Supermind can get a little pacey, and I don't want him making a break, getting out of gear. I didn't want to see that, so I left him alone. And I just left him on the front. I tried to sprint off a bit and get Mike in the 2-hole, and I thought he was in, and then he wasn't. So, you know, he was a little salty after, and I don't blame him. I think we're in the right spot, Addie Bear. There's 1 million people here. Look at all the people.
Yeah.
So it must come from over there, babe, because everybody is looking that way. So let's just go in here. What do you think?
Wait, where's everyone looking?
Everybody seems to be looking down that way. I want this guy out of my way.
People looking.
I'm going to back into where that lady is right behind us. I'm going to back in there.
Oh.
Why is this guy in my way? Go.
What guy? The
Look.
red cow?
No, that guy took my spot, did he? Nope, he didn't. We're going to back straight up, honey. Right over here. Oh, I hear them. Right here. Jinx? Did you just say Jinx?
Jinx.
You little knobber.
Yeah, because we
Addie Bear and I are going right in.
Oh, stop.
No, I know where I'm going. Relax. Okay, so we'll wait for the fireworks. They're not starting yet.
How do you know?
Because everybody's waiting patiently. So, Supermind, I just opted to leave Mike out.
Please,
You know, starting down the. Shh, I'm doing a video. Shush. Starting down the backstretch, it was just too late to let him go. I felt bad because it was just it wasn't a great situation. His horse is 3 to 5, but I knew when I made front they weren't going to beat this horse. In fact, I had told people before the races I really thought Supermind would run off. Now, I didn't think he'd trot in 56 as easy as he did, but man, shush. Nobody's going crazy yet. Just relax. Turn those lights off back there. Hey, turn them off. Okay, then I have them on. Just sit down in your chair for a minute. So, Supermind just absolutely jogged, and you know, somebody said, "Who's better, him or the Danny horse?" And I said, "I don't know. We're not gonna have to find out for quite a while." So, Supermind, a great prep for next Saturday's coming back in 8 days. We'll give him a very easy week and then a slow mile and maybe 225 on middle of the week, Wednesday or so, and then back next Saturday. My next Saturday, so supposed to go to Kentucky. Supposed to go to, now Ollie doesn't play baseball until the 13th, but I'm supposed to be in Cooperstown on the 12th, which is Saturday night when Supermind and Uncle Danny are racing. So I don't want, and we may actually race Emerald Tom in the Sire Stakes too, because I'm not racing Emerald Tom over Bucyrus. Okay, you shush. Don't say another word until I'm done my video. I'm not racing him in Bucyrus. I think we'll be fine racing Head to Know and I'm a Fearless Peter in Fearless Peter in Bucyrus, but not Emerald Tom. I don't think we need to. And Emerald Tom will trot enough. He trotted 57 last night. That was a good first start for him also. So that's what's on for next Saturday. I'm trying my best to maneuver everything around, and it is much easier said than done. Manhattan Money was next. Just got picked off the wire in 55 and a piece. His toes were a little long tonight. He's such a super particular horse. His toes need to be long. 3 7/8, borderline 4 inches. They were a little more than 4 tonight. You could see him just get out of gear a couple of times and get rough. It really cost him. I drifted out of the turn. Mike shot up the inside. There was a number of things that really cost us second, but I got beat fair and square just at the wire in for second and 55 and a piece. He'll go next Friday. Him and Arrowhead Hanover are supposed to be in Philadelphia. So you see how busy this month is. I am going to draw the line after Monday. I'm not going anywhere. So if your horse is racing after Monday, I will not be driving it next week. In fact, Monday, the only horse I'm going to drive is Jailbird Jog, and then wherever Degas or Zena Kemp draw in Consolation or Final, I'll go and drive those. But Sunday, I'm going to try and figure out how to get to Scioto without frustrating Amy too much. Monday, I'm going to watch Ollie play. Sunday, I'm going to watch Ollie play. Monday, I'm going to fly to Oak Grove and right back to Cooperstown. Okay, next, Captain Incredible was absolutely fantastic tonight. I dare say if I get away in behind Dave, I beat him. I was thoroughly pleased with how comfortable he was with the aluminum shoes on. What's going on here? Oh, somebody did something wrong. I don't know why there's so many police cars here. Well, there's 2 less for sure. Captain Incredible, get out of there, good. But what I liked about him was the attacking in the last turn. He's becoming more and more and more confident with his own gait. And as his confidence grows, his speed will quicken. You can be sure of that. I was just looking to see if his line is up. It is. Second beat 1 length. 51 and 2, 27 and 1 on the end of it, and closing in a last half for him, 56 and 2, last half in 55 seconds flat. So a great mile from Captain Incredible tonight also. Just looking back quickly, that was a catch drive, that was a catch drive, that was a catch drive. Manhattan Money, 56 flat, 29 and 4 on the end of it. A little bit of velocity. We lost a tiny bit of velocity, but he raced good. Supermind, 56 flat last quarter, 28 and 4. He was exceptionally good. And then we kicked off the card, 52 and 4, 28 and 2 on the end of it for Looks Like Money. And then very, very impressed with 3 Point Blue Chip. Third beat a neck, 3 wide down the backstretch, 8 back at the half. I'm at the half in 59 and 3, and he goes a mile in 55 and 3. That means his last half was in 56 seconds flat. So a big night for us. All of our horses raced good. The only horse, that's not true, the only horse that was flat was Foxy Seaside. We already know why. We already know how to fix it. We already know where we're going to race her next week. So I was thoroughly pleased with the entire day. I know you're excited. Just wait, they'll be going soon. Shh, they're going soon. So that's Friday out of the way. Saturday is one of our biggest days of the year. It's coming up very, very soon. It all kicks off a little training mile in the morning, then a haircut, and then the Meadows, and then Scioto for us. We're going to sprinkle in a little Save America in the Open in Charlottetown. Yes, we have a prep race for him. Just a lot. How many we got tomorrow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 horses of ours race tomorrow, spread out over 2 countries, 3 states, 2 states. Yeah, 2 countries and 2 states. So, for all my partners tonight, For all my partners tonight, congratulations. We had a good day. We didn't win them all, but they all raced good. For my partners at Foxy Seaside, relax. We know what happened. We will rectify it, and she'll have a big class drop next week. And for tomorrow, all my partners tomorrow, all our stable clients, big, big day ahead of us. Good luck to everybody. We will need it. So the fireworks are imminent. Do you know what that word means? Imminent? means very, very soon. Very, very soon.
But
Fireworks.
she was on by
Just
Jack
relax.
Zero.
No one's getting excited yet. Relax, they're coming. The fireworks are imminent. We are excited about the July 4th celebrations and festivities here in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. I hope wherever you are, you had a wonderful July the 4th. It certainly was a tremendous day. Take care.